Dobry wieczór. No i czuję się bardzo dobrze. Każde zwycięstwo to jest fajnie. So I want to congratulate to Dziki for this game. They start to play really good basketball, and of course I need to congratulate to our team. We got the problem with offensive rebound. They took a lot of offensive rebound, but still we fight. We show our character, and of course with our energy. I think if we play every game like this, I can say that we can beat every team in this league. And yes, more or less that's it. I hope Jeremy will come back stronger. He got some injury, and then that everybody will be healthy, and that's it. We are ready for the next game.
Gratulacje mojej drużyny za tą walkę przez 40 minut. Naprawdę nie było łatwo i gratulacje także dla Dzików, bo naprawdę grałem może trochę szaloną koszykówkę, ale naprawdę skuteczną i walczyliśmy do samego końca. No, trochę tej niepotrzebnie straciliśmy, tak jak ja wam powiedział. No, te końcówki trochę nam nie wychodzą, faktycznie gonią nas, robią jakieś głupie straty niepotrzebne. Dzisiaj 17 strat, bardzo dużo i nas dogonili w końcu na te 5 punktów, ale mamy doświadczonych zawodników i dowieźliśmy to zwycięstwo do końca. Bardzo to cieszy. Kolejny mecz na wyjeździe, kolejne zwycięstwo i bardzo się cieszę.
Trenerze, tutaj trochę pociągnę tę grę ofensywną, chyba trener może być zadowolony, bo się bardzo dużo zespołowego grania, masa ścięć, asyst, dzielenia się piłką, w ogóle praktycznie 1 na 1 nie graliście, czy tak ma wyglądać gra Kinga?
Znaczy, dostosowaliśmy trochę taktykę do przeciwnika, bo Dziki bardzo zagęszczają podczas akcji pick and roll, bardzo zagęszczają, bardzo pomagają, więc chcieliśmy robić KT 450, to wychodziło. Może w pierwszej połowie tego to tak nie było widać, ale w drugiej połowie, szczególnie w tej czwartej kwarcie dużo punktów z tego zdobyliśmy i taki był plan po prostu na ten mecz. Mało rzutów za 3 punkty, ale te katy wychodziły, więc jesteśmy zadowoleni. Ja myślę, że trzeba ich budować po prostu, no bo niektórzy są młodzi zawodnicy i jak się na nich krzyknie, już sprawdziłem to w pre-seasonie, tak, w niektórych meczach, więc jak nawet jakoś wywierałem na nich presję dużą, to się zamykali na przykład albo się denerwowali, następne akcje były gorsze. Ja myślę, że trzeba ich budować po prostu, a tak jak na przykład w ostatnich meczach nic nie trafiał, Friedel dzisiaj super zagrał na przykład, tak, trafił tam chyba 3 trójki, tak, 3 na 7, 2 ofensywne zbiórki takie ważne, więc myślę, że do tego dąży. Myślę, że w taki sam sposób jak teraz go korzystałem, ma szybko biegać do ataku, ma biegać, czasami pozwalają mu to piłkę wyprowadzić. Nie ma zielonego światła na takie rajdy jak dzisiaj zrobił, ale akurat dobrze to poszło. Widziałem, że Łukasza chyba Frąckiewicza zostawił z tyłu na samym początku, więc rzucił. Trochę chciałem to ograniczyć, wolimy, żeby przekazywał tą piłkę, zrobił 2-3 koty szybkie, podał i pobiegł dalej do kontry, no ale Neumann jest bardzo mobilny, tak? No, trzeba wiedzieć, że on wcześniej grał na pozycji numer 4, tak? I przesunęli go tam parę lat temu na tą pozycję numer 5, ale tę mobilność zachował, więc myślę, że to jest duży plus od niego naprawdę. Proszę.
Pytanie mam. Macie młody zespół częściowo, macie kilku weteranów. Jaka jest ta rola Tomek Gielo, Przemek Żołnierewicz, Jowanowa, to jest, oni są bardzo wokalni w szatni, pan ich wykorzystuje do nauczania tych młodych zawodników?
Ja muszę ich wykorzystywać, oni sami chętnie nauczają wszystkich tam po kolei tych młodszych zawodników, ale myślę, że to jest fajna mieszanka właśnie, że Tomek doświadczony, Żołnierz doświadczony, Jowan, jeszcze Kostek, tak, więc oni mają pieczę nad tymi młodymi zawodnikami i nawet w czasie treningu czasami ich poprawiają, w szatni z nimi rozmawiają nie tylko o tym temat koszykarski, ale myślę także życiowe, więc fajna zgrana paczka jest tych chłopaków na razie.
I think that first of all we need to make the congratulations to Szczecin to play against them. They made a great game. For sure I think that the reason of the loss is in the first half, where for sure drawing 54 points at the halftime against one team like King is, it's then very tough, you know, to invert the trend and to achieve the win. I'm seeing a lot of positive things and a couple of negatives that unfortunately cost us the game. For sure the 1-on-1 defense in terms of 1-on-1 on ball and off ball defense wasn't there. We limit very well to me Szczecin at offensive rebound. It was one big topic. We were good to attack in transition, especially at the beginning with easy transitions. You know, we made a step forward about turnovers. I think the shot selection was fairly better than the previous games, but in important moments, you know, we missed a couple of layups, open threes, and at the end, to win against those kind of teams, you need to be perfect or mostly perfect, and we weren't close enough, you know. This level is not enough to win against those teams. Now at home we already play against Szczecin, we already play against Sopot, more or less the same kind of story. You know, I want to keep being positive about the improvements of this team. You know, 15 offensive rebound, again the shot selection was there. In a night in which we played without 2 point guards, you know, basically with Grochowski out for injury and Dante was injured during the game. We were so close to make the second miracle, you know, in 4 days. And even I think that after, you know, 2 very close games in 4 days for this team in this moment with a lot of game played, it was too much. So if we summarize everything, not enough to beat one good, very good team like Szczecin. We need to keep improving. The areas of improvement are very clear. So now in 4 days we are again on the court against a good team like PLKPL. In this moment, you know, it's not about changing. You know, it's not part of the plan about the Polish core. You know, it's Gigi. I think in 10 days, 2 weeks, is gonna be back. Kempa is back. Is my decision in this moment. I need to find a way to give him chances, and you know, sometimes games just goes in another direction and live by feeling. You know, for sure he's gonna have his chances. If he will keep practicing like that, for sure he's gonna be a huge help for him after this injury. Try to make again a couple of practices in a row and to get back at 100%.
Okay, and second question, on the opponent side, Nemanja Popovic scored 19 points today. Coach, how to defend centers with similar characteristics to him in the future?
For sure better. We need to do better. This is for sure. Then it's not only about 7 or 9, it's about you know, one center for sure skilled. It can go coast to coast at the rim. We need to be smarter, we need to spend a foul, we need to be tougher. I said before the game, that against those kind of teams it's important to win the one-on-one duels. You know, this is the most important thing, and I think that especially in the first half we weren't ready to hold this situation. And then, you know, players with talent play the game, score points, and Szczecin is full of players with those characteristics. I hope and I'm sure we will do a better job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to you.
Są jeszcze jakieś pytania do trenerza Gowicza? Grzegorz Szymański, Basketball. Coach, I will dig a little bit more about expanding the team, because the question was, I think, right, not about changes, but expanding the team, because you look a little bit like short-handed, because Dante is injured, Grzegorz is injured, Krzysztof did not play, Grzegorz Kamiński, bad match today, bad game. What about expanding the roster?
You know, those are considerations that we take, you know, every day. At the end of the day, we need to think about the bigger picture. I think that I would not take this game to go in one direction or another one in terms of expanding the situation, because tough game for a couple of our players. We didn't expect to have Dante injured after 2 minutes of the game, or Kamek with 2 fouls after 2 minutes. You know, a lot of situation over there. I'm thinking that we spend a lot in those 2 months, even with NBL, you know, suffering a couple of injuries more than what we expect. I think that now we need to manage the last energies that we have into the last 2 games, and FIBA window is arriving in the right moment, no? So I think that surviving with this pride, with this spirit, because again, you know, this team didn't give up. It didn't give up even today. It's going to help us to gain energies.
So you're not active on the market. You are not.
I like to say I understand the question, and I like to say every time this: a club in professional league is every time active on the market. So if you tell me that if you have 2 offers on the table right now, I will tell you no. If you tell me that if you are considering the market in every position to understand what's going on, this is another topic, you know. If you tell me you are thinking about expanding the team for this picture you're describing, I will tell you no. Okay.
Hello Coach, Antek Pyzel, Radio 357. I wanted to ask about limited input from Karuters and Kamiński. Of course, Karuters picked up an injury early. Kamiński was in foul trouble also. But even if they play one good game, they struggle in the next one. And sitting behind the bench, I could also see their body language. It wasn't the best. How do you feel about that?
You are telling me new things, because I'm watching on the other side. I think that all the players that we have care a lot, about their own performances, but not in a selfish way, I think that it's not easy for a competitive player like Dante to be out of the game after 2 minutes, mess up your mind, and then it's tough. You see the team goes in difficulty, you want to contribute, you cannot find the rhythm in the game. Kamek was coming here after a good game and he struggled immediately, fouls, bad one-on-one draw immediately, for sure he wants to prove himself at a higher level, and those opportunities for him are the chances that he got. But I think it's even part of growth of players trying to push themselves into a higher standard, but managing the pressure, to have 2 good games in a row, to play against better teams, because we are talking about, I think, one of the best teams, of this league. For sure it's frustrating how he's, but I would not say it for me, I would say for him how he's shooting, because this guy is a shooter, he's taking good shots, he's practicing a lot, and he's the first guy, he's the last guy left in the gym, leaving the gym for improving his percentages. I think like sometimes shooters are the same of a striker in football, sometimes you can stay without goals for 3 months and then you score 10 goals in 3 matches, I hope for Kamek Till is going to play with this kind of aggressiveness even defensively, this kind of generous attitude toward the team, that the situation is going to change for him, just making buckets. He makes a couple of open threes and good threes. It's not about being selfish, he missed the shot. What I should say to him? Score the shot, make the shot. Yes, he will tell me, yes, you're right, and that's it, I hope that the situation is going to improve. For sure, we are not shooting good. Another game below 30%. But if in the first game the problem was to me shot selection that was bad, I don't have the same impression, especially about this game. We miss a lot of open threes, or today we hold the screen a lot more than usual, to stretch the distances with the pick and roll offense. And then we take good threes. I think that the 11 shots of Talik were good shots, and if you tell me if I will do it again, I will do it again. I just don't expect 27%. Talik first doesn't expect 27%, or Kamek 0-5, without talking about, try to don't get me wrong, single performances. I can take Talik, I can take Ben. It's not about Talik or Kamek game. So I hope that strikers are going back to score. Shot selection is better, and this is what makes me, go to bed and go to work with the right mindset and not being worried to have a selfish team. That's the most important thing. About the mindset,
that's another close game. Sometimes, like last weekend, you win those. More often this season, you come out of the game with a loss, but it's still a competitive game. Are you more frustrated about the team being so close yet so far, or just positive about being competitive and being able to be right there?
Tough question. I'm very frustrated about first half. The loss is there. Then the team is one very good team to coach. They are very good guys, and you can see that they care. We were down by 16. If I'm not wrong, late in the game. So easy situation just to say, okay, we think about next one, but no one of those guys wants to give up, including myself and including the staff. At the end of the day, we arrived down by 5, if I'm not wrong. And then good players make good plays in tough moments, and I remember one picker with 4 played perfectly by Novak and Yellow, and those situations at the end of the day is like a hook in your face. So I'm frustrated about first half for sure, but I want to keep the identity of the team with me and in the locker room, you know what I mean? So until this effort is going to be there, I think this team can be successful. For sure we need to be more precise. For sure this is our worst game defensively, And if you play like this defensively, this team cannot survive. That's easy like that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dziękuję. Czy jeszcze jakieś pytania do Marko?